Hey guys, this is going to be the second episode of a series I'm electing to call Starting in the 70s. It's going to be a series aimed towards helping those of you that are anywhere from iron to gold that are just looking for a good resource to learn the game and climb the ranks. Today, we're going to be looking at PRX Valorant. For those familiar with pro play throughout the world, we know them as the kings of running it down. We're going to take a look at some clips from their most recent tournament and see just how they managed to not only get away with these ranked tactics and matches, but use them to become one of the best teams on the planet. Let's take a look. Okay, so the first question that we've got is, how does PRX just run it down every single game, and they seem to make it work, but when you try to do it, you just get killed, it's a waste of time, you lose the round. The first thing we're going to look at is what we will call calculated risks in their set plays. So let's start. We'll watch this clip and we'll see what they do. And then once we get through once, I'll bring it back and I'll go in detail on what they're doing and why they know that this play is going to work. So let's check it out.
Won't go for it. They're going to go for that trap play with the molly elbow and the double satchel here. You're all the way down for seconds here though.
Oh, super short, but the rest of the fight is happening on the other side of the map. Jing gets so high, and he manages to get one with the showstopper. Optic just get dismantled, but Ye somehow gets two with the tour de force.
And that's the plan, and it just goes into a 2v1 post plant, Ye dies. But that's the idea. So we'll take it back a little bit, this time without any audio, so I can explain a couple things. But here are the important parts of what's going on. Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the play once, we can really run it back and just look at, what are the important parts of this play? What are the parts that they need to go right to ensure that this play is not only successful, but safe? So the first thing that's going to be really important is that they've got 4 people on this side of the map. They're letting their Viper solo carry A by putting this chamber trip right here, and she's going to be ulting all of short, and she's got her wall to cover her back from showers. So because they have a setup like that, they have massive numbers on this side where they want to take control. So that's step 1. Step 2 is that right as the round starts, the idea of the play is, here, let me show the mini map a little easier for you guys. It's this brim smoke right here, followed by a fade haunt that lands right about here on one of these rooftops. So they are taking fights with Optic while Optic is out by Fountain, like in this area, and Optic can't see PRX because it's smoked off. All they know is that they're somewhere in this little area, but PRX knows exactly where Optic is, and Optic is kind of just guessing. And eventually it gets into the play where Jing pops his ult and kills Crashies about here, and they start pushing out of the smoke because they've got big numbers, and that's when the play starts going wrong. But the set play itself just carried completely because it was so unbelievably safe. So let's take a look, and I'll show you kind of exactly what's happening here. So you can kind of see it in real time. They're sending this brim molly up around this area, but PRX has cleared that by the time it lands. So yeah, they run up here, the smoke comes down, and it's just a matter of these people are being pinged by the fade haunt that we saw up in this corner here. So it's just free kills for the PRX players. And Optic has no chance of fighting back. Jing gets this ult kill right here, and as of this moment, if they said, all right, we got our kills, let's take it back a little bit, it's 5v2. Now, of course they don't, because they're PRX. So we'll run the clip a little bit. Forsaken's already out of the smoke. He just didn't care. He was going to do it regardless of what you said. FNS gets 1, and then here comes Jing and Mind Freak, and they end up trading out Forsaken. And this is where the play starts to go wrong, but even with so, Ye gets 2 here, and it still ends up in a 2v1, and it's a pretty easy round for PRX. But that's the level of safety and coordination that they use in their plays, is that this play was predicated by this smoke and this haunt. And with those two, this goes from a crazy, like, we're just going to run down B long play into a we just got 3 free kills because they don't know what's going on play. And that's the difference in their aggression and like a typical, this is ranked, I'm just going to run aggression. Alright, so here we have our second clip. This is going to be on Ascent versus Fnatic. It's going to be kind of just a simple Jing satchels into this B lobby area, and they've got a like fade KO. They've got a couple pieces of util to help them. Let's give you a look, and then we'll get into the analysis of it.
PX many a time. Look at the defense though. 2 players in mid. Are they going to blast back straight down into tiles?
Oh, yes, they are. And the flash up top as well. Thing is, this is kind of being given away. They're not ready, though. Fnatic not reading into the blast pack play. They've been caught off. And now that push comes through from main. These forces, oh no, as they group up. Their combined damage already yielding a number of opening duels. A lot of damage to this.
And that's pretty much the play. You know, it looks flashy, right? But once we get into the analysis, you'll see that this was not that risky at all. Like, this looks like a crazy play where you send one player in to go kill the whole team, but the util they put behind it is what makes this excellent. So let's get into that. Alright, so this is the fun part. We're going to get into the mini-map here. We're going to see just what makes this play tick. Let me roll this forward a couple seconds so we can really see everyone get into their final positions before the round starts. This is going to be what's important. So like you saw, it was pretty simple. The Raze Jing is just going to satchel in towards tiles here. Eventually, you'll get a Fade Haunt that's a bit on the roof, about here-ish. You know, the important part is that it just gets that big area. And the bread and butter of everything. This is what makes the play work, is this KO right here, sending the flash about to this spot. And the point of this flash is, this is eliminating the risk. This is the calculated risk that we're talking about. This flash guarantees that if anyone's looking at Jing while he's satcheling in, bam, flashed. Can't do anything to help his team. Gotta fall back. At the same time, it's landing right about as the Fade Haunt is going to arrive, so it gives the Fnatic players this choice of either you dodge the flash and you get your vision to try and fight the aggression, but it means you can't break the Fade Haunt. Or, if they can't react to the flash and they don't realize that it's coming, then they lose their vision, Jing is coming at them, and this Fade Haunt gets its maximum value. And that ends up being what's happening, and that is the part that gives them this round. So like, we'll play it forward and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Here comes the Raze satcheling, and boom, that's it. That's the KO flash in action. It hits, I'm pretty sure, all 3 of these players. At minimum, it's these 2, the Fade and the Chamber here. And that gives them enough that Fnatic starts falling back, and the Fade Haunt lands, and it pings every single person. So now this Fade is separated from the rest of the team, and just gets singled out and killed. That happens, the Chamber places down the trip as he's running away, and now here comes the rest of the cavalry just zooming through B main to try and clean up anyone else that there might be. They get pretty lucky, and they catch Durka here in their spawn and get that free kill. And while all of this aggression is happening, you've now got Forsaken, who gets all of this space to just push here with a Judge. And you've got control of the entire map now. The only thing they don't have is in a second, Jing gets a little low in mid fighting these players and falls back. So you get 2 free kills untraded. You get control of both sites and both like halves of this map. and there was really no risk present. It wasn't like they sacrificed a whole lot to get this play, and it was all made by the KO. And that's the thing that needs to translate. Is like, if you want to make a play like this and you want to be aggressive in your matches, you have to be working with other people. Fade is a really good character for specifically plays like this. You know, you get the haunt and you enable a duelist to kind of go crazy. KO is the same exact way. KO is an easy character to be useful on when you can just right click a flash around a corner and you've got an easy advantage in a fight. But once you start getting better at these initiator characters and KO can learn something like a flash lineup that'll hit here, well, now you've just secured your aggression. There's no risk anymore. That's just a guaranteed high percentage play. So that's what needs to translate. It's calming out, hey, I want to push B main, or I want to push A main. Do you have any flashes that can hit there? Do you have like a haunt that maybe could reveal a couple of them and draw their attention? Like that. The difference is the coordination and the effective use of their util. That's what makes these plays, and that's what makes champions. Alright, that's just about all I got for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm planning on doing more videos on like basic mechanics and some tips for agents to help y'all improve, but if there's any pro teams you want me to do analysis on, let me know and I'll look into getting a video for them done. Thanks, have a great day.